Howdy y'all, this is your boy Beastamon, and may the 4th be with you. No comments about that. So as you can see, I, against my will, am doing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Don't ask me why. This is probably the only video I will put up in the next several months. Because for what I've noticed about Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is because of the complications I've had in the past 2 years, truth be told, I don't want to do this project anymore. It's not that I don't know what I'm doing, but it's going to be on the back burner. I'm not quitting it. I'm absolutely not quitting it. It's just with so much stuff that happened over the last 2 years, I don't want to do this project. And the thing is, I want to start a new one, but the thing is I have to get this one at least, I have to have some more of these episodes done, and I can't do this with another series going on. So when I finish Midnight Club, I'm just gonna only do this for a while, or I'm gonna do enough episodes where I feel like I want to come back to this. So there's gonna be a lot of confusion in the next episodes when it comes to what's going on. So, I mean, what am I supposed to tell you? There's gonna be a lot of confusion, but I believe last time I'm hoping I've done this. I've recorded this next episode. I've done so many times in the last 2 years that I don't remember what I'm doing anymore, and I left it alone the past year or so. So I haven't really touched this since 2014. I did do the after commentary, the post commentary for this episode that led up to this, but I'm gonna look and see what's going on. So that guy over there is Hoolish. You're not supposed to come to him with any companions, so we're not going to talk to him. And I also decided against my worst judgment. So I guess it's going to be my best judgment because of events that are going to happen, and I know they're going to happen because I played this game so many times. We're not going to talk to him because there's something I wanted to show you guys, and it's not going to happen because I've been planning hopping a lot. So the first thing we want to do is, let's see, we have a couple of things done. We have the Sunry murder trial. We have the Republican hiring mercenaries. So we're doing something for his wife Elora. We're doing something for Nilko the Selkath. We're doing something for Shayla. And Bastila, I'm pretty sure we talked to Bastila as much as we could talk to her. Let's see.
How can I help?
Yeah.
Then I suggest.
So we're pretty much in a set it and forget it mode as far as Bastila, but as far as the Sunry thing, it's actually the easiest thing to do this. But you're gonna need a lot of skills to figure this out. So we're just gonna talk to people, and you want to be very careful. This is the hotel. So you're supposed to ask this guy Ignis, the hotel manager. I believe there's 2 other people, a Rhodian and somebody else. I don't know. Maybe those are the 2 people, but
You are the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you.
Sunry.
And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or 2 later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Could it go on after you left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
Okay. You can actually persuade and force persuade. If you force persuade, I do believe you get dark side points because you're tampering with the investigation. But I don't know. You can testify happen after your moments. No. So you don't want to do this. If you're a Sith, go ahead, do any of those.
What do you want?
There
were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman.
Oh God.
The other is a regular.
Fear of me. Oh my
Don't know
God.
anything about
I
him
don't
other
like
than
Fear
that.
of Me too much.
Anything else you want to know?
What else do you know?
Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Okay.
Well, okay. If you need anything...
Okay, so I gotta warn you guys also, I'm using a new setup, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this game. Other than the fact that it's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, well, Star Wars Day in general. Now, some of you might think Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a bastard series. That's up to your interpretation, but it is May the 4th, so yeah. So let's talk to Feareth Me. And if you're trying to persuade him of anything, good luck. Okay, so let's talk. Not you. There we go.
You with the Selkath? You here
Yes,
to
I'm
see
with
me
the
about
Selkath.
murder too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you
I
all
feel like
want
there's
from
damn
me?
fish too. Let's see, where'd you see the night?
I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly.
Can I just say
Checking
that
out the listings for
Pazak
the big tournament
is
that's
pretty
going
much
to
the
be
crappy
held here
version
soon?
of Blackjack?
When
I like
heard
Blackjack,
a blaster
but
shot. Being still alive and therefore
Pazak
smart
got a lot
enough
of luck
stick
to
my
it,
head out
so-
immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Elas's room and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like
Cripple
that,
guy running,
he was
wow.
pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty.
what else do you know?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Elas's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
So he was having a relationship with her.
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private
Liar.
is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other
Would you
for
bet a
personal
game Pazak
reasons.
on that?
Although if you think a Sith Master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
This is another.
Well, Elassa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
That's quite the accusation. Quite the accusation. Whoa. What did you see?
I didn't.
Fine, I'll toss in some damn credits.
100 credits isn't. You know?
Tell
I
me.
think I could trust
I'm
you.
sorry, but I have to
Heck,
do it.
I
If
don't
it
even know
helps
why I
tell the
shouldn't
truth as
tell
far
you.
as the case,
Well,
fine.
One time, I saw Elassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my
Now,
room.
see, I wouldn't have did
She
this with
normally
Ignis
wears stuff
because
like
that's
that,
tampering with
pay too
evidence,
much
but
attention.
he's withholding
This
evidence.
time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about
And you looked
the
at her
Sith.
breast, didn't
I
you, you
leave
pervert?
them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
She was a dark Jedi.
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are.
That's okay, you don't
Now, that's
have to,
all
I'm
going
here.
tell you. I'll
And the
testify to
Selkath
the
are here,
court,
although
but
I don't
you
trust
aren't
them.
going
They
to
can't
get
do anything
else
right.
out of me.
So I got dark side points. I really don't care. There's going to be at least one other incident where that happens. He was withholding information. It was important information. So I don't care.
How can I help?
Oh,
Then I suggest we move on.
wasn't talking to you. Let's move on. So let's talk to Glupor, who I like a lot better.
Kun selkap, John amulira tong glupor, glupor kingba no kun nik lorcha.
Okay. Do you know anything about Selkath Yusuf gone missing?
Glupor kakinja nawabagaon. Buf mala nibo glupor jimata wipunagi.
Well, that won't help with that quest. What do you know about a star map?
Otatiya baba Hassan shan. Glupor chuba chi.
Well, at least he's honest, but he's selling himself short by saying he's not bright. I mean, I'll be honest with you, people that know they're not bright, at least they know it. I hate people that act like they're smart and they're so not in the know, and then it just makes them look terrible in comparison.
Glupor tong hit wanaji selkat agi inko tune. Glupor mulira chuna mulira tong glupor.
See, he knows it's a Sith, so I didn't exactly have to talk to Fear, but he was holding information. But this does help. Why were you at the hotel?
Glupor yun tung chiwi ita. Bola un jikne mulira glupor.
Oh, I understand. Everybody understand what the hustle and grind is.
Glupor kinba nikcha lora kun.
What did you see?
Grupor chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Grupor nibo jimata wipun nage. Tong abag sun sham u
Okay.
grupor ninong.
You're not the only person to say that.
Wama ji sarkat ad inko tune. Tong kinba no kun nikset.
Oh. Why were you at the hotel?
Grupor yon tun chi wi ita. Bola un
Ah, you're not very rich.
Kon muli slimo poi wanga kun.
Yeah, so you'll have to excuse this recording if it's a couple of seconds ahead of the time. There's actually a lag, but this setup's better than my previous one. What'd you see?
Grupor chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Grupor nibo jimata wipu. Grupor tong hit.
Okay, I already asked that. What about her
Grupor
room?
picha ge borang turang.
Did someone pay you to do something?
Kun muli ra slimo poi wanga kun.
Oh wow, he caved in. Not that he wanted to withhold it anyways. He probably wanted a clear conscience, unlike that Ferris jerk.
Ita kanki chana selkat. Grupor nibo muli ra. Grupor
Oh, this isn't good.
Papa ki muli ra kun king. Grupor chacho. Tong itselkat wama jiko na. Grupor chacho.
So we have the planting of evidence. Okay. Well, that was interesting, and something interesting will happen in just a minute. And I ran into the wall. That wasn't interesting enough. Okay. We're just gonna try to... don't talk to him. Oh, for crying out loud.
I hear you are investigating the Sunray murder.
I know it was a waypoint, so I would have talked to him anyways.
This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
Like it's one of those trigger cutscenes via a waypoint. Let's see. What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. The Sunray and Elasa are proxies for the...
Nice use of the word proxies, by the way.
Both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
You sound like a pervert, sir. I think so. Yeah, kind of, not so, really, kind of, maybe, sort of, should be. Yeah.
I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their...
No, why do you think the Cellcat have neutrality
To the bottom of this murder, you might seek information
and zero tolerance policy and all that other stuff that's BS?
in their embassies.
They just give it to me?
No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious.
What if I paid them 15,000 credits that I don't have?
You may yet find the truths in this murder.
Well, the truth is, I don't have the money. Okay, so this is the Republic Embassy. I'm not sure if I've been in here the last episode I recorded, because I tried looking at it, and I just couldn't look at it that much. Beep, boop, ba-doop, boop, beep, boop. Okay.
Welcome to Manan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet,
You know, I never
here to help
cared
all
for
citizens
the,
of Republic should they require aid.
Republic outfits. They look like some old school McDonald's outfits. Look at the colors. Why are your soldiers loading so much kolto?
Kolto is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, Kolto becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest Kolto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the
You're not allowed to do that, sir. I'm just letting you know that right now. You're not allowed to do that. The Cellcat will kick you out and you'll never get kolto again.
They do not want to grant either side an advantage.
I'm on a mission from the Jedi Council. Can you help me?
Oh, of course. Of course, I'll do whatever I can.
Of course,
only a
but we
simple
all know what
diplomatic
doing a favor means, even for a Jedi.
I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi
I know I'm just
Council.
spoiling things for you guys, but let's be honest. You don't get something for nothing in this world. Maybe back in the olden days.
An ancient and forgotten race.
Yeah,
You
it's
think
here
it
on
may be
Manan.
very
Don't
fun?
play with me. You know something.
Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
All right. I suppose you better get ready to take off your clothes. They're gonna run you down the strip. They're gonna put you on the strip to get money. What do you want? There's no point in force persuading this guy either. He's been trained to resist that type of stuff, and if you persuade him, we're a guy. We don't have feminine wows. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work later on either, but we'll get into that. Well, actually, no, we don't, because I'm playing a male character.
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City,
Ooh, all these
and
big
it was
words.
damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks.
Oh,
While it
sharks.
was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours
Dang.
ago. It is imperative that we get it back.
Where's the droid?
It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manon. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base
Okay.
and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. And you got me running all around the city. Okay, how do we get to the Sith base?
There are several leads we've been
And you
working
have to
on
do
get
this,
into
by the
the
way.
Sith base.
It's not
Any
that
of them should work
hard,
for
but
it, although
it's
it might be
annoying.
wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner.
Now me,
Managed to catch after he tried
I
to
always
infiltrate our
interrogate
base.
the
He's
Sith
being
prisoner.
held just inside our enclave.
So I always do the
We
first
think he
method.
may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the... He has proved most resilient so far.
He is resilient too. Is there another way?
We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards. The
Now,
tough
see,
thing
I
with
don't
the
do this one
passcards
because this
is the
involves math. If you're not
encryption
good at
system to unlock
math,
them is very difficult, however.
you
But
need
if
to
you are
know a
more
fair
skilled
amount of
than our
high school
technicians,
math
you
and
may be
probably
able to
some
gain
high
access
school
that
college
way.
math. If you're good with matrices, this is good.
The Sith have got the Selkath to give
Now,
them
the
exclusive use of
roughest
one
and
of the main
toughest way,
hangar
if you
areas.
just don't care and you
Visiting
want to run
Sith
in like a
masters
bantha,
use this bay to land,
you could just go to
then
their
take
bay
a
and do
speeder
it.
over the water to an external entrance to the Sith enclave. The luckless
I'll just
spy we
skip
mentioned
this.
earlier had a pass card to that hangar. The Sith base. Here is a pass card.
So here's
You
a
can
pass
choose
card.
which.
So there's three methods. You can either interrogate the prisoner, which I do. You can decrypt the pass card, or you could just bum rush in the landing bay. But you better have a good reason to do that. Actually, all three of these you better have a good reason, but especially the raiding the landing bay, because you're intruding on Sith. It's like you're intruding on their base, and the Selkath allowed them to be there. So I'll interrogate the prisoner. I'm not going to show you all three methods. I'm sorry. I don't do math like that. Even though I'm fairly good at it, matrices is something I don't do. And as far as raiding the landing bay, you won't learn anything by doing that. So,
Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about...
so he needs recording for a droid. Now, what you may not know is there's something else you should be able to do here. But okay, so you interrogate the prisoner over there. But I'm gonna try to see if I can do
You're
something.
the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh. Good luck. You're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here.
This is the
Lots of pass
room
cards we got
with
from
the
Sith. We haven't been able to break their
the
encryption
pass
yet.
cards,
We have been able to
the
decode
numeric system they have.
use,
So it starts with
but there are holes
addition.
in our terminal
I
sequence
think
patterns.
it starts with patterns. It starts with number patterns, and then it ends with matrices.
The strings of numbers that end the code sequences.
So there are
If we could
code
complete those strings,
sequences.
we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices.
Yeah.
Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices
I'm
seem
not
to be
dealing
much
with
more
that.
difficult. Well, the
No.
second last matrix has a pattern looping back on it.
No,
But I have to.
no,
I've ruined
no.
a dozen cards already.
Okay.
Since
You
Robo
guys
said
can
would-
read that if I'm going too fast. Now, it's important to go over to this computer anyway, and I'm praying to God I have enough experience to do this. I would say, but so let's see. Let's see, decrypt Sith pass card. We're gonna slice the computer, and then we're gonna go and access some restricted data archives. Now, I'm gonna warn you, this is a huge spoiler. You absolutely do not want to watch the rest of this video once I do this. because this is a huge plot line. I'm going to give you a few seconds to back out. If you don't want to see the rest of this, skip this episode, watch the next one, or I'll put a time in where it's safe to watch. I'll give you a few seconds to back out. Otherwise, you're going to get spoilers. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you know the Sunry trial. There are two sides of it. If you like Sith, you're gonna try to plant it. You're gonna try to plant evidence. Well, you're gonna try to prove it. So Sunry is guilty, and obviously, if you're a Jedi, you're gonna want to prove his innocence. Now, you know there's two sides to every story. No, there isn't. There's three. There's the first person side, there's the second person side, and there's the third side. If you want the absolute truth about Sunry, we get to watch this restricted data archives. So no matter how biased you are, watch this. Okay, so we're accessing data archive and there's success. We're downloading the Sunry incident archive. So okay, the computer screen switches to a fisheye view from some sort of small surveillance. Okay. A beautiful young woman enters the room followed by a much older man. As she walks farther into the room, he softly closes the door and pulls a blaster and shoots her in the back. This must be some sort of secret recording of the Sunry murdering Alasa. Okay. So we have a journal entry added, and okay, so we already know about the Mission Republic, Blue Port Rodian. We talked to Fear of Me. So now what they say do not matter. So this is actually the easiest way, and it's not the most rewarding, but it is the absolute truth of what happens. If you want to do the other two ways, Jolie may look at you weird, or he may congratulate you on figuring it out, but you truly did not figure this out. You can still do it that way, and you won't be held accountable. I don't even think you'll get dark side points or light side points. It's your job. It's like it's like being a lawyer. An arbiter is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic lawyer. So you could plant evidence against. You could find evidence for, or you can tell the truth. And we're gonna talk to Jolie.
Got something on your mind?
So we're gonna ask him about Sunry, and then, because we never asked him about that.
What? You think because I'm a hermit, I've always been a hermit?
Yes, you're an old ass man. Let's be honest.
For 20 years doesn't mean he's not.
Nah, I like messing around with Jolie.
Man could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. But to become
You're
a
right.
murderer,
He could have changed. So this is the conversation you would normally have if you talked to him before finding any evidence about Sunry.
Back after I left the Order. War hero, too.
Whether he killed Alasa or not.
I wouldn't mind helping the fellow if we can. I owe it to him. Or
Okay,
you
what
could
is the
be a
monkey
young
lizard? I don't
wise
understand.
and
What are you
ignore
trying
me,
to say?
I guess. Well, I don't expect much these
Like I'm
days.
shady and stupid or something? Anyways.
Got something.
So yeah, he doesn't want to talk about it. So I think the only reason he doesn't want to talk about it is because I probably did this in the wrong sequence. I probably should have talked to Jolie about things first and then do it, but that's okay. It's out in the open.
Got something on. Oh, I get
So what we're gonna do is, well, first of all, I might as well do this, but I'll do that on the next episode. I think. I don't know. I might want to call it Quitskis. But what I'm going to do is use my night speed and go back. So yeah, I didn't show you this, but okay. So it says right here, as an arbiter, you must defend Sunry to the best of your ability. However, you have found a data recording that clearly shows Sunry killing the Sith woman, Alasa. Can you continue your role as arbiter impartially, knowing that your client has committed a crime? So here's the thing. You don't know how you know that's the truth, though? What happened? They hid it. They hid it on a computer that you normally wouldn't be able to access things without a computer spike. And it's in the Republic Embassy, which means they wanted to protect him. Well, guess what? You don't get to do that. Nope. I don't care how much I don't like Sith. You don't get to do that, sirs. sirs and ma'ams. You don't get to do that. So we are gonna bust Sunry. And Jolie, he's just like, I'm just gonna see what happens. He doesn't know what to think. So we're gonna go to the horse's mouth and see if he did it. So, yep. So yeah, if you guys are still watching after that and you really didn't want to know, I warned you. You watched. Too bad. You know the whole caveat clause. Look, buyer beware, or in this case, user beware. Listener beware. So yeah, we're gonna confront him and see if this is true. If this is true, he's going down. But we're gonna talk to Alora first because I can't in my right mind do this. He killed her. She might not even killed him.
My husband.
Yes, I'm the arbiter.
Please don't let him go to jail for.
Oh no, your husband is not. Man, please. Your husband is, number one, is guilty on cheating with you. Number two, you're guilty of protecting it. And number three, he's guilty of killing a Sith woman. Another woman. He killed another woman. You can tell she's not a feminist. Anyways, let's see. That woman had rights. That woman, Alassa, had rights. Can you tell me anything about Sunry?
Sunry is. He's a cripple.
So yeah, I'm just doing all the pre-stuff. I just wanted her to get this over with because I'm still in the notion in my head that I'm still pissed off from 2 years ago. So I'm sorry if I spoiled a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. I will put something in the description that says this is a complete spoiler.
I'm a Jedi,
Okay, Jolie.
and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it.
He still could have overpowered her.
And there's no way he would do something so
like she could have overpowered him.
Hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero.
If he's willing to cheat on you, he's willing to do anything. Your husband might not be so innocent.
This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith.
It's possible.
I'm tired of hearing her speak. Poor girl.
A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never.
That's
have done
right.
this crime, however.
Well, you know what, Jolie? You might not even know that man that well. How about that?
The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
You want the real evidence? Okay, we're gonna give it to you in about 5 minutes.
I hear
Don't mess with me.
as arbiter.
Was he having an affair?
Of course not.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
What? That's what I
Yes,
thought. He was having an affair.
He was saying that.
Then why can't everything else be true? If he was sleeping with that Sith woman, this feels like a freaking reality show or something.
Struck me like that.
Like for real. I'm freaking. I don't know.
But inside.
Like this is like Law and Order or some type stuff. This is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Law and Order or something like that, or Criminal Minds or something.
I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless.
All I need is for someone to set it up, and I could just,
Even though I'm sure that
set up the scenario, and I can find somebody to be the narrator, and I could be one of the cops that bust him.
He confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me,
You clinging too hard for that lie. And I'm sorry I'm talking through this, but she's just, her emotions are just clouding her judgment. I know she cares about her husband, but has she ever thought her husband may have actually did this? He has killed many Sith before.
that was a long time ago, in a war far, far
In
away.
a galaxy far, far away. I don't want to hear that crap.
Settle
It may
down.
be Star Wars Day, but I don't want to hear it.
This is all.
It's possible.
Find the
Jolie,
real
shut up. I'm both of y'all just shut up. Just shut up. I might have to call the Black Eyed Peas in here to tell y'all to just shut up. Okay, anyways. Yo.
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
I feel so bad about doing this, but this is the truth. I've actually played games where I've told the truth more times than help him out or lie and say he did it.
Bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know the role.
He's an old man. He's gonna be executed. He's not even gonna rot in jail. There's a few things I need to clear up.
Go ahead, ask.
There's a Rodian that planet evidence at scene.
Rodian? I didn't know.
So this is just casual talk. We're just casually talking.
Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rhodians on Manan. But what does that matter?
Maybe there are.
If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it?
Ooh, if Beastamon was wearing a dang mic.
Go ahead, ask.
Judges said that you left after the shot was fired.
They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too.
Yo, we are beating around the bush. I'm just saying right now, we are beating around this bush.
Been putting pressure on people to get
surprises and bushes galore.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that.
Oh,
they might admit
I should name the episode that. I shouldn't. Let's go over the evidence.
Well, you know I was having an affair with a... Well, I can tell you. I found out later she'd been murdered.
Yeah.
But let's look. Alas, it was brutal. My war. Further. Obviously, the Sith. I hope you can... Anything else?
There's a few things we gotta clear up.
Ask what you need to.
Here comes the money shot. Here comes the money shot. Boom.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know.
As much joking as I did, I really don't want him to die. Not because he's a Republic, but because
inside me just snapped.
He's an old man in the heat of passion. You know how many people have done stuff in the heat of passion?
And then I killed her.
Why?
But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked.
I wish this wasn't the truth, but at the same time, I kind of had a feeling it would be boring if she actually did do it.
Monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room.
I wish there was someone else who did it that actually framed him. That was neither Sith or Jedi.
I figured that was the end of it.
But the Sith found out, didn't they? Should have known the truth would come out eventually.
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence. So they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story.
Why? Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have like this weird bipolar streak when it comes to video games. You cross me, I kill you, that's it. But someone like him, I mean, I know he's guilty, but she was wrong too. The only thing she didn't do is put her hands on him. He did. You're guilty.
You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you?
This has nothing to do with monsters, fairies, angels, dragons, whatever. Banthas, storm beasts, whatever.
We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep.
I don't see how the two of us are any
See, even
different.
Joe Lee not even backing your ass up.
She was using me to get information so Malak's army could destroy the Republic. She
Cold
deserved to
blood, dude. Cold blood. If you confess, they might show you mercy.
If I confess, I'm looking at 20 years in prison.
20 years is better than being executed, dumb fool.
KOTOR sanctions on the Republic Embassy. Without KOTOR, how can we treat the injuries to our soldiers on the front lines?
That's a good question, but they shouldn't penalize us for what one dumbass did. You're the dumbass, by the way. No, you can't, and do not, I repeat, Jolie will call you out on this, I believe. If you try to force persuade, he's like, I understand you want to tell the truth, but no. You will get dark side points for that. These are just excuses. You gotta fess up.
I can't do that.
You live in this world too long to make excuses for yourself and not take responsibility.
Now look, I may have done something stupid, and it may only be worse for my standing by it, but I will not confess. If you turn me in, the Republic will likely lose.
I'm gonna turn you in, dude. I just want you to know that, okay? Your ass is grass.
Are you going to send all those thousands, millions,
like for real? You out of here?
That's just for your sense of justice.
Sunry, this is wrong and you know it. I am a Jedi.
And Jolie's a great Jedi. He doesn't really give a fuck. And he's saying this is wrong.
You do whatever you have to, Jolie. I know what I did. But I
You
also
out of here,
know
dude.
what's
I'm
at
sorry.
stake here.
I mean, I still care about you. You cool, you know.
I'll rot in here if I have to.
But
I won't betray the Republic. Do what you have.
you're not gonna rot. They're just gonna execute you right away. So yes, the trial portion is actually a trial. If you have enough evidence, or if you're very persuasive, the judges will believe you. But the judge is actually jury too, because there's 5 of them. I believe there's 4 or 5 of them, and each one will give their verdict. And it's majority rules, or less the head judge rules on one side, I believe. Don't quote me on that. You can tell me I'm wrong, and I'll be like, you know, I am wrong. But we're gonna confess. We're gonna have him. We're gonna have him confess. Well, no, we're gonna show him that he did it. Cause if you try to have him confess, he won't. He will not do it. But the easiest thing you can do if you really want somebody going and you can't prove it, just answer the question stupidly. Answer it with emotions. Answer it without proof, and it's the same thing. The hardest thing to do with Sunry is to prove his innocence. Trust me on this. I want to begin his trial. Yes. Are you deaf, Flipperhead? Let's go. So, you know what? Since we got the real truth, we gonna cut this junk short. Blah blah burp sound, blah blah burp sound. So that's this guy. He don't have to do anything. We don't care what your names are. Well, do me a favor and get me out of here. He's guilty. Recording done. Most convincing. Hell, it happened. It was all camera. It wasn't staged. Yes, it shorts it so much. You could wrap this up and go. He's guilty. Elasta's gonna cry, and then Jolie's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, old friend. Why'd you have to do this?" Death. See, you could have got 20 years if you confessed. Now you're dead. And he's just walking out. I like how he's walking out by himself. And the cell cat is like,
And Laura, there's nothing more we can do.
Oh, Sunny, no!
I like how she's crying, but she's nowhere to be seen. And I like how Sunry just walks out and like nothing. Like just like the cell cat guy is so far behind him, Sunry can run away, and then nothing happens. So yep, we completed that. Let's go to our why. Death. Justice has been served. He could have just got 20 years by telling the truth. Or at least. So he's relieving us of our duty as Arbiter. And it's unfortunate that it had to happen. I am going to ask Jolie.
Got something on you.
So we could have actually asked him before how he felt about Sunry as far as the recording and how it. Jolie probably would have said, well, the recording could have been fabricated. But I didn't do that because it's from a recording that the Republic tried to hide. We know they're telling the truth. It's like, come on. But yeah, let's listen to what Jolie got to say. And I'm sorry I've been talking through this. It's just, I'm trying to regather my thoughts from the last 2 years when it comes to this. And talk is the only way I could do it without getting completely frustrated that I've recorded this so many times over the years.
You did what was necessary. Sunry was guilty. As sad
Yep.
as that fact makes me.
Yep.
Justice had to be done. Doesn't matter that his victim was a Sith or that he was once a hero.
Well, he did do it.
I only wish that my old friend hadn't done it. But that's the thing about wishes. They don't come true. And now Sunry's dead.
They don't always
It's a
come
shame.
true.
He was
Correct that.
a good man, you know, once. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches.
You only said a paragraph worth of stuff and your jaw hurts. because I knocked your ass out one too many times. No, I'm just joking. You know I love you, Jolie. You know I gotta mess with Jolie. He's like one of those ornery guys that he knows how to throw punches and he knows how to receive them good. Alright, you guys, this is your boy Beastamon. I do feel better about this episode, so next time we will go into the Sith Embassy and dig up whatever information they wanted about that droid. So yeah, we did what we had to do. Sunry's guilty. I'm so sorry, but hey, Jolie, Laura, it happened. He killed Alas, so what we gonna do? Alright, you guys, this is your boy Beastmon, and I will see you later.